All right, guys. Hey, everyone. It's JD Mora with Keller Williams Realty AV Palacios Realty Group. Welcome back to your weekly market minute. Let's go ahead and check out our 93551 Palmdale housing market as of September 4th. As you're going to see, this week's median list price is right at 549,900, holding steady right around that price mark. The market action index has dropped down to 37, just slightly from 38 last month. This still keeps us in a seller's market slightly, but the cooling trend does continue towards the buyer's market. Inventory is at 367 active homes, giving buyers more choices than they did earlier this summer. Homes are still moving, but not as quickly as they were at the start of the year. The market has been cooling off over time, with prices leveling off. If the market action index climbs again, we could see prices rise, and that would probably come with those rate drops. But if it keeps on going the way it is, slipping towards the buyer territory, expect downward pressure on values. For sellers, you still have the upper hand. Pricing the home is critical. Overpricing can leave your home sitting on the market. Homes right now are selling somewhere around 97 to 98% of the list price to sales price. Now, that doesn't include what sellers are giving for concessions. We're seeing another 3 to 6% being given from sellers to buyers. So making the sellers actually net somewhere between 90 to 98% of what they actually list homes for. So if you want to get your home sold, you're going to want to price it somewhere in that window, and I'd probably be further away from that 97 to 98% and maybe go a little bit lower to price it ahead of the market. Buyers, with inventory up and momentum easing, you've got more negotiating room than earlier this year. But don't get that confused with getting crazy amounts of discounts on the sales price or even closing cost credits. We're leaning more towards a traditional market where if sellers aren't getting offers within 30 days on the market, they go through a $5,000 to $10,000 price reduction. Buyers, when you see a home with no price reductions and it's due for one, what you want to do is try to secure that price reduction price before they do that, because that's when you're going to have competition. So if you see a home that's on the market for $500,000, been on the market for 30 days with no price reductions, a good offer would be list price and asking for $10,000 in closing cost credits, or a mixture of both. We reduce the price by $5,000, so we go $495, and we ask for $5,000 in closing cost credits. That's more in line with what the market's doing right now. Anything more than that, then I think you really risk negotiating. And I always say, do you want to buy the house today, or do you want to continue to negotiate? Keep that in mind, guys. That is your September 4th snapshot of the Palmdale market. If you're curious about what this means for buying or for your buying or selling plans, let's talk. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for weekly updates. I'm JD Mora. See you next week on the Weekly Market Minute.